Buddy. So I started to learn how to code because I just was intrigued by it and I felt like I need to maybe just learn one or two things. Okay, my name is Amoke, yes, and welcome back to my channel. So let's just dive right into it. I found this code editor online. It's called Replit. So you could use it in place of Visual Studio Code. Why I love Replit is because I can easily just run my code side by side as I'm just trying out those codes, and I can see the output. I don't need to go and refresh a browser and all of those long journey. So today we're going to talk about HTML. First of all, if you've not created a profile, just go to replit.com. I'm going to drop the link to Replit in the description as well. Go to replit.com. Just create a profile. It's free to use. It is free to create a profile, and once you're done, you're going to just say create Replit, right? So since it's HTML we're working on, and we have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that's what you're selecting. Of course, Replit allows you to code C++, Python, Node.js, and some other programming language, which I'm hoping to, get there as time go on in future. But right now it's still basically HTML, CSS. I want to just show you, if you're a beginner, I'm very hopeful that my tutorial is going to be of good value and is going to really help. So this is it. Let's call this let's give it a name. Let's say okay, my HTML practice, right? Let's say my HTML practice. Yeah. So you create your Replit, and let's get started. Since it's HTML, and Replit creates 3 files for us. It creates an HTML, it creates a JavaScript, and it creates a CSS. So, okay. Now, what is HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language. People just say it's not a programming language, but for me as a beginner, I think HTML is like the bedrock. Just like when you're building a house, like HTML is the foundation before anything comes into the building. So this is it. HTML is, hypertext markup language, but every website we see on the web has HTML in it, because HTML is what contains the pages. All those web pages are HTML. That's where you see the text, you see the paragraph, you see all of those things, what you can read, right? That's HTML. And CSS on its own is like the style, is what beautifies it. And HTML literally is, I think, where you can get started to learn how to code. So now, this is the syntax of HTML that has already been pre-programmed in this Replit, but I'm not going to use this because, of course, it's a tutorial. I want to show you, I want to teach you, and I'm hoping you're able to learn and grasp like this HTML, just like ABC or nursery rhyme. So I'm just going to delete this, right? And that's gone. So let's start with this, the doc type, right? Though it's not necessary, right? So I don't think I even want to even start with the doc type, but let's just start with HTML syntax, which is the most important thing in HTML. Now, for every opening tag, there's should be always a corresponding closing tag. So to open an HTML, we have the less than sign, HTML, then greater than sign, and it automatically closes. So you press on enter. Now you have this HTML is open, right? So after this, we open up a heading, or rather, let's call it the head, because that is where our title goes in. Now we open this tag, we call it head, then we'll close it, right? Remember I said for every opening tag, there should always be a corresponding closing tag. And what makes a closing tag different from an opening tag is the forward slash before it. So we have the title now, right? We have this. Now this title is the title of this web page. Like when you open let me say Facebook, right? On this tab here, you're going to see Facebook written here because that's the title of that page. So let's call this page HTML practice, just like we named the folder, right? So let's call this HTML practice, HTML practice. Once this is done, we now go to open the body. Remember, you always have a head and a body. So we have the opening tab for the body and you put in body. Then you close it, right? So in between the body, we can get started. Now, I want this tutorial to be very interesting, literally, because I don't want you to be overwhelmed and be scared and chicken out. Yeah, because HTML, I think it's the basics, and of course, it should excite you. So let's just kind of write a story, and we're going to talk about, we're going to do things that are very interactive, like forms, we're going to do tables, we're going to do images, we're going to do, check boxes, we're going to do listing and the likes. So let's just start with the body, right? Now, it's a story and a story should have a title. So we're going to start with a header tag, and that's the H1, because the lower the value of the H, the larger the size. Now this is H1. Let's say this is called the story, or let's call this my first time at the gym, right? So my first time at the gym. We all know what a gym is, right? A gym is, yeah, my first time at the gym. Maybe the very first time I was at the gym. So I want to just tell us a story about how that went, and let's see. So let's just run this so you can have a picture of what we've been saying all this while. You see, this is my first time at the gym. So this is the H1 tag. Now, if we use H2 tag, it's going to be smaller. If we use H3 tag, yeah, it's going to get smaller. So the lower or the lesser this number, right, the bigger the size. So we have my first time at the gym. Afterwards, we need to start this with a paragraph. So we have a paragraph tag, and let's talk about a little bit about my first time at the gym. So I visited a gym last month. Last month was March 2023, because I thought I needed to get registered to get in shape, right? So in between these paragraphs and everything, we're going to talk about italics, we're going to talk about bolding, we're going to talk about strike, and we're going to talk about all of these things that makes a web page look like a web page. So we have this. I visited the gym last month, and I thought I needed to get registered to get in shape, and then I saw a lot of people, right? I saw a lot of people of various sizes. Both men, women, young, old, and I was really motivated. Right? Then I paid the registration fee for a month and went back to get myself some nice gym outfits, right? So this is it. And then I went back to get some nice gym outfits. We've ended that paragraph, right? Let's just run this and see. Yes, this is coming out nicely, right? So and I went out to get some nice gym outfits. So I began my gym the following day, right? Now, we've closed that paragraph now, and I want to start a new paragraph, right? I think I would just want to open up a paragraph, right? And close it, right? So, my first gym day, or rather, my first day, my very first day to work out, my first day working out, I decided to start with some stretches. Yeah, you need to stretch. And then while stretching, I bumped into a guy. Yeah, I bumped into a guy, right? So let's run this. Let's see. I bumped into a guy, right? Let's see. Okay, it's looking good. So I want us to use some nice things like italics and the likes. So I need to open up a new paragraph so it starts from a new line, right? He was dark skinned, or rather he is dark skinned, like a brown chocolate, right? So he's brown skin. I felt like, though I felt uneasy, because there were too many people in the gym and I didn't like attention, right? So, but this guy is, I want to say that this guy is freaking hot. Now, because freaking, I want to strike that out. Like, okay, it's a vulgar language. So I'm going to use S, right? Freaking. Hot. Then I continue. Then I said, he has the height of of um of let me use a popular figure. He has the height of the rock. Yes, of the rock. Now that rock, I want it to be bold, so I use strong for emphasis, right? To make it bold, I use strong. Then I close this. He has the body of the rock. Yes. Should that be strong? Yeah, we could use strong of the rock. Of the rock, right? Okay. Of should be in between this opening and closing tag. Of the rock. Yes. Very beaut. Very beaut. And good looks. Or good looking, rather. And good looking. So this good looking, I want it to be, in italics. So we use emphasis for that. Opening tag EM for emphasis, right? And close it. Very beaut and good looking. And good looking. Very and good looking, right? So good looking. So let's run this. We've added some bolding, we've added some we've added some strike, we've added some italics. I think we should put some quotes. Yeah. So we've closed this. Now let's open a new paragraph saying, let's open a new paragraph and close this, right? I don't want to be vulgar, so but let's just open and say something like, I would love to meet him, right? So let's put this in quotes. To do that, we have Q. Yes, Q is quotes. Close it, right? I wish to know him. I wish to know him. I really do wish to know him, right? So let's see this now. We should have yeah, I wish to know him. Good looks. Okay, you see my full stop here. This was a mistake. It should be right after this. So perfect. I wish to know him, right? So I don't want to even close this paragraph yet. Let's keep writing. And he decided, or suddenly he stopped and came to talk to me. I was I was surprised, like, oh, tiny me. I was surprised. Then he went ahead to say, are you here alone? Or do you have a partner with you? Are you here alone? Right? So this are you here alone? I think I want it to be in italics, right? So EM, close this. Are you here alone? He asked. He asked. Then he requested to be my gym buddy. Perfect. So let's run this. So for the record, I wasn't at any gym. I don't gym. It's just a story to make HTML fun and interesting. So you see this, we've really used, some tags that are nice. We've strike, we've added bold, we've put italics and the likes. So I think we should do something nice. We've done paragraph, and I want to talk about this guy. So some characteristics I think about him. So this gym buddy, right? So let's use H2. Let's use H2 for that. Either H2, right? So my gym buddy, right? I want to talk about him. My gym buddy. Or rather, my new gym buddy slash friend. My new gym buddy and friend. Let's see the H2 so you can have a good understanding. You see it's lesser. My new gym buddy and friend. So this guy, his name is Ajala. Let's open a new paragraph to talk about him for a while. So funny, I just don't know. Since my name is Amoke, I feel Ajala would be nice. So his name, okay, his name is, or should we use something else? Ajala is a Yoruba name though. Ajala the traveler. His name is Ajala. And I could describe him in the following ways. I could describe him in the following ways. I could describe him in the following ways. So I have this. Let me run this so we can see that. And let's talk about listing. So when it comes to listing in HTML, we have ordered list and we also have unordered list. Now, ordered list is a listing that comes in numerical order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and thereabouts, while unordered list comes unordered, more like bullet points, maybe just bullet points. So let's just talk about ordered list. So to put a ordered list, yes, you have OL, meaning ordered list. So you close this, right? This tells the system that you want to list. So ordered list, now we have LI, which goes for list item. So let's say is store, right? Okay, let's have another LI, open tag, right? Close it. Let's say is friendly, let's say he loves to eat LD. He loves to eat LD, right? So let me do this. Let's run this so you can see the ordered list. 1, 2, 3. Now let's talk about unordered list. Now you know I have this opening tag and closing tag for ordered list. I also want to talk about unordered list, and I could also put it in this. Just watch it out now. Let's say unordered list, which is UL. I close this, right? And L, list item. He loves to eat LD. At least he eats things like, let's say, oatmeal, let's do another list, LI, things like it takes a lot of bananas while at the gym. It takes a lot of bananas, banana. Let's say another list of something he likes to take. Let me say he doesn't also take carbs, so he also drinks a lot of water. He drinks a lot of water, right? So let's run this so you can have a feel of what I'm saying. So this is just my description. You can see now what I literally just did is I nested this unordered list in my ordered list. So we could also do an unordered list outside this, but let's keep our ordered list going, right? So outside the closing tag of my unordered list, I continue listing my LI to be number 4. Now see, list item, right? Last but not the least, he is what can I say? He's fun. He's really fun to do it. Like, it cracks me up, right? So because it's fun and I want that to be bold, I could use still inside my list, right? He is fun. I use my strong, right? My strong. Then I close this. Then I'm like, he is fun, right? So just watch this and see. That's my number 4, right? He is fun. Okay, there should be a space there. is fun, right? So that's number 4. And number 5, then I could also put one more thing, list item, right? Then I say he loves to dance. He loves to dance. I want that dance to be let's put italics, right? So it's we can really get to understand this thing very well. So italics, then he loves to dance, right? So this is it. He loves to dance. I can run this now. You see my ordered list and every other thing. So that's it. And outside the closing tag of the ordered list, now let's now talk about unordered list again so we can still understand better. But before then, let me put a paragraph because I'm writing a story just like you're reading something on the internet, right? So this is paragraph again. Open and close it. Then it closes it, it gives you the closing tag. So you write things like, for me, my priorities at the gym, is my priorities at the gym are as follows, right? So you run this. Let's see. My priorities at the gym are as follows, right? So let's do the unordered list now. So you get, your guess is really as good as mine. You have UL, then you close it with the greater than, and the closing tag comes afterwards. So my list item 1 should be this. My priorities are to make as many friends, right? My other priorities would be list item 1 to be fit. Then list item, I think one priority which would be a dream come true for me if it happens is to burn my belly fat. Oh my god, to burn my belly fat. I heard that black don't crack, but black swells. Like my belly fat, I need to burn this belly fat. So let's run this. So we see the unordered list we did, right? You see, right? It makes sense, right? So you see the way it's coming out good. So now let's talk about another paragraph saying something like, I decided to, okay, I think let's just get done with paragraph, right? Paragraph is enough. Let's talk about me creating a, let me say, a workout schedule, right? Together with my partner, like my gym buddy, right? So let's put H2 still. H2 would be nice. Then let's close this. So call this my workout schedule. My workout schedule, right? So I told this my new gym buddy that, I really love to have, excuse me, sorry, it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be outside this. So you can also cut it, right? That's the good thing about Replit. You can also cut it and put it outside because it should be outside the closing tag of the list. So let's have this. You see my workout schedule. It's coming out real good. So with this my workout schedule, now we're going to draw a table because we're learning HTML and it needs to be fun. For table, let's table starts also, it has its own tag, just like we did for list. We told the system, we want to do a list though. So we have the opening tag for list and the closing tag. Then in between, we now have the list item. And if it's ordered list, we have ordered lists. or unordered list as our opening and closing tag. Now for table, we are doing this table. We have table, close this, right? And for every table now, there's a head and there are data in the table. So I want to have my table head. So we have T head, right? My table head. Then I close this, right? Told the system now I'm working on the table head now. Then I go TH, my table head, that is the first table item in the head or the first item in the table head. I want to have a serial number, right? Another item I want to have on my table head is I want to have, because we want to work out from Monday, Tuesday down to Friday. So let's do Monday. Then my second table head, I want, and close this, I want Tuesday. Other table, my table head again, I want Wednesday. Then another table head I'm creating, I want Thursday. Table head, right? I want this Wednesday now. This I want Thursday. So Thursday. Then last but not the least, we're working out Monday to Friday. As we don't really have things to do, we just want to be fit. We want to be fit. So we have Friday. So Friday. Let's run this so we can see the output. Wow, this is good. We see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Great, right? So we've done, this is the table head. Now we want to talk about the information in the table. Very important. So that's called table row, because they come in rows. Rows are in horizontal, right? So we talk about TR, then we close this. That's the table row. And inside the table row, we have the TD, which is the table data, right? So let's say in place of this serial number, I want to put the types of workout I want us to be targeting on each of these days. So let's start with aerobics. That's my first table data in my table row. Then I have another one, which on Monday we will be doing cycling. Then my second table data, TD, that is on Tuesday we should be doing walking, probably walking on the treadmill. Then another table data, right? We should be doing running. Don't worry, just keep an eye. You're going to see the way it's going to turn out now. Then on Thursday, table data, we will be doing jump rope. Wow, I love jump rope. Skipping rope, jump rope. Then on Friday, we'll be doing squats. We'll be doing squats. That is TD. That's table data. We'll be doing squats. Right? So let's just run this. Let's see. You see aerobics, cycling, walking, running, jump rope, squats. Great. So this is the TR. That is the table row. And in the table row, we have this data. So we're going to open another TR again. New table row, because it's another row we are working on now. And then we're going to have cardio. We're doing cardio. I don't want to rush this because I want, sorry, this should be TD. Okay, this is, I think I need to close this. TR. Another table row. So in between this table row, we have a TD, table data, just like we did for the first one. So we have the table data here to be cardio. Then we have another table data, TD, to be bricks walking. Then we have another table data, TD, should be, let's do jump ropes. Would be nice as well. Jump ropes or jump rope. Another table data, we should have dancing on a Wednesday. It's going to be nice, dancing. So we should have dancing. Then another table data, TD, close this. Let's do boxing on a Thursday. It's going to be nice, boxing on a Thursday. Right afterwards, for cardio on Friday, we do swimming. Table data, then swimming. Let me run this so we can see. We can have a good image. This is perfect. Now you see the way this table is. For me, I think we need it to be, like a table, like a proper table. So in order for us to do that, we'll come back to this table. Let's add we need to add a border to it. So now this is called an attribute. From what I've learned, they are called attributes. What you put in between the opening tag, or what you put in the opening tag, it's called attribute. But we're going to put a border here. So let's put a border, and let's put a 2. Let's put the value to be 2. Let's run it. Good. It's coming out real good. So we have another table row, TR, close this. Then we have a table data, TD, in between. Let's do stretching. Let's talk about stretching. What are we doing for stretching on a Monday? We are going to do TD stretching. We should be doing chest stretch. TD, close it. We should be doing shoulder. Let's do another table data. We should be doing, am I too fast? Okay, I'm going to take it a little bit slow. We should be doing arm string. Then let's do another table data, TD. We're doing neck. It's important to stretch the neck. So let's do another table data, TD. I just want this table to be comprehensive, so you can also replicate it. Then we should be doing on a Friday for stretching. We should be doing yoga. Yeah, this is where Ashake should be on the playlist with yoga. So we should have yoga, right? So let's run this and see the way our table is coming good. Okay, let's do one more table data. Let's do one more row, right? So we have opening tag, TR, close it with the greater than sign, and the system closes it with the closing tag for you. Enter, then TD, close it, the system closes it for you, right? Then we have the table data here. We should do strength exercise. It's very important. Strength. Then we have TD, table data, and let's do planking. Table data, right? So you open that, less than, then you close it greater than, then the system gives you the corresponding closing tag, right? So planking, let's do weightlifting on a Tuesday. our new table data, td, close this. Let's do push up, push up, push up. Okay, a new table data, td, greater than, it closes it. Let's do deadlift. That deadlift is going to be on a Thursday. Deadlift. Then the last but not the least, on a Friday. What should be the, I mean, what kind of strength exercise should we finish up with on a Friday? We should have table data. Okay, I think lunges. Let's talk about lunges. Let's run this. Good. This is good. You see, this is my new workout schedule. This is my table. So I gave this to my friend Ajala, and like, oh, this is nice. We can do this. So on Monday, we're going to be doing cycling, brisk walking, chest stretch, and planking. On Tuesday, we do walking, jump ropes, shoulder, and weightlifting. On Wednesday, we target this. Thursday, Friday. So our table is here. Now, we were doing this and it was good. It turns out that, okay, so you can see now we're done with table. So whatever we're writing next should come after the closing tag for table. So it happens that some of our gym buddies, or rather the gym facility, we told them this is what we're working on. And they're like, oh, maybe some people might also want to have a schedule. So we decided to create a form for them to be able to get this workout schedule. So we're going to talk about form, right? So let's do H3. Let's do H3, heading 3. So for heading 3, we'll say let's say register for workout schedule, right? Register to get workout schedule. To get workout schedule. You see now, H3, it's going to be smaller than the H3 we've been working with from the beginning. See, register to get workout schedule. So we're going to use a form. So this is another really important part of HTML that I think you should pay attention to. For us to work on form, of course, we have to let the system know that we're working on form. So we have opening tag form. Now, this is the form, and we are going to ask for your name, your first name, your last name, and we're also going to ask for your email address so we can send this workout schedule to your email address. So let's start with input. For us to work on form now, we want to work on input. Now you see input, it is a self-closing tag in the sense that it only has an opening tag. It doesn't have a closing tag. So it's just a single self-closing tag. Now, inside the input, we put attribute. What kind of data are we asking for? Type. We're asking for text. And let's put a placeholder to say first name. Let's run this. Perfect. First name. So it's a text. I can put my name, whatever. It's going to accept it because it's a text, right? And we have a placeholder there. So I think we should put a label. We should put a label in front. So let's say first name. Let's say label rather. Label. Let's say label. Close it. and let's say first name. So we have this. First name. Perfect. Let me put this colon here. First name. That's good. So let's collect last name. So we'll start with a label, which is better. Start with a label since we know what we are working with. And this is called last name. Last name. Put a colon here. Now, input. We're asking for, don't forget, input is a self-closing tag. It doesn't have a corresponding closing tag. It's just a single tag. Then we'll put the attributes there. Type, which is text still. And we should put a placeholder. This placeholder should say last name. Let's run this. Good. Okay. The thing about our form is it's on a straight line and we don't want that. We want this last name to be under here. So we should put a break. To put a break, it's BR. It's also a single self-closing tag. It doesn't have a corresponding closing tag. So that should break that last name to the second line. Good. I want to break it again so I can have more space. BR. Good. First name, last name, email address. Next. A label. And we have email address. And we have the input. We have the attribute here, type, and it's email. The system should know it's email. That means it's going to require an @ okay, and let's put a placeholder as well. Placeholder, and let's call it enter email. Right? So there should be break as well after this last name, so the email can go to the next line. So break, self-closing, another break, so it can be evenly spaced. Then we have this. We have email address. Now you send this and we receive your name, your last name, and your email address, so we can send this workout schedule to you. Then the last thing we should do, let's put another break. BR is a send button, right? So we do input, still same input, self-closing, doesn't have a corresponding closing tag. We have the type, and it should be submit. When we put submit, the system knows that it's a button and it's supposed to collect that data, right? And submit. So we can't use a placeholder, but we have to put a value so you can, as a reader, you know it's a button. So we put value, and our value here should be send. It tells you to send it. Let's run this. HTML is coming out nicely, right? So register to get workout schedule. See, it has my data already, my name, my surname, my email address, everything, because of course this is an online code editor. So if I select this now, it has my name, my surname, and my email address, right? So let me let that go. And once I'm done, I click send. Of course, it's just HTML, so it can't register it anywhere, but it's just to show you. So we've done the form. What else can we do on HTML? Yeah, there are other types of form. Now let's work on the feedback form. Let's work on things like checkbox. Let's talk about drop down menu. Let's talk about radio. Yeah, radio. So let's do that now. Still in form. We don't need to open a new tag again for form, do we? No, it's not necessary. It's still in form. The system knows that we're still working on form. Although you could close this and open a new tag for form, but I don't want to close that. So let me now say, let's work on radio. On radio, yes, radio button. So, but there's something I also would want to talk about, which is comment in HTML. Comment comes with this less than, then exclamation, then dash, two dash, right? Now I want to say this is for radio button. Radio button. The thing about comments is this: it is used to comment a part of your code out. For instance, if I put this comment here, right? Okay. If I put this comment on this send, it's in the code, but it won't run because you're commenting it out. Let me give you an instance. Let's just do it now. So this is the break now. You see this input here? Let's put a comment here. We'll delete that after. Then exclamation, double slash, right? I come here and I close it. The same exclamation, right? I close it with this. If I run this, you will see that that send will not be there. It's in my code, but it's not going to be here. Perfect. And also send is used to communicate, because if you're not the only one working on the code now, it's used to communicate that, oh, this is what this thing is for. So I'm commenting now that we are working on radio button. So let's work on radio button, and let's say it's a feedback form. Feedback on our workout schedule. Yes. So let's use an H3 heading. So H3, let's close it and call it feedback on our workout schedule. Now we want to collect feedback on this workout schedule. Maybe it's really helping some of the gym attendants. So we have the feedback on our workout schedule, and let's do the radio button. Now radio button is that circle you select, right? So for radio, it also has to be input. It doesn't have a closing tag. Then we use the type. What type is this input we're asking for? It's a radio. The system should know it's a radio, right? And let me run this so we see what we are working with. Great, radio. And we need to put a label just right in front of it. So we're not putting a break. We call this let's say we want to collect the gender. So let's call this gender, right? So we're saying male, female, or which other gender do we have again? Male, female. Yeah, some people don't recognize, or they are not male, they are not female, but they're something else, right? So feedback on our workout schedule. So let's put an heading here to say enter your, or select your gender. Yes, select your gender. So this is heading 3. I think I should put this feedback as an heading 2 while I use heading 2. It's going to be bigger now. Feedback, and then select your gender should be heading 3, H3 tag, right? So select your gender. Good. So we have male. Now let's keep working on the HTML. So we have next should be input. We're working on radio, right? So we have the type, and it's radio, and we have the input here, the label should be female. Then let's do for order. Then we run. We have the input, space, type. It's a radio still. Doesn't have to be in cap lock. It's not case sensitive. Then we have the label, order or orders. Let's run this. It's a form. Good. Okay, it's all on the straight line, so we need to add breaks. We need to break them. So for male, we've worked on male. Let's break female. Just a single break. Oh, let's see. BR. Let's see how much space it gives us. Break. Okay, not bad. So female, just right after female, let's add the break. BR as well, and we run this. So we have male, female orders. Now the thing about radio button, I want us to also pay attention to, because I observed that, see, you could select everything, which is not supposed to be so, because I can't be male and be female and be others. It has to be one, more like a boolean. It has to be either true or false, right? So we need to add another attribute here in front of this radio, and let's say name. Let's add a name attribute and call this gender. So here as well, we do this right here. We call this name. Say gender. That is what you're imputing in this particular form is gender, and that name is going to restrict you from selecting multiple options. Name, gender. Cool. Let's run this now. You will see that we can only select one, either male, female, or others. Perfect. So we're done with this. Let's also work on another kind of form. Let's work on a drop down menu, right? It makes more sense. And so we said we want your feedback on our workout schedule. So let's comment this by this. Let's say this is drop down, just so that the code can be understandable for anybody who wants to read it. This is a drop down menu. Then you close this dash, then you close this. We're still on form, so I'm not going to open a new. I'm just going to put it inside the same form we're working on, because it's still a form, like I said. So for drop down menu, what we're going to do is we're going to use select. We're going to use select, right? And for select, in the opening tag, we're going to use name as well, so that you won't select multiple options. You can only select one option. So let's say this is a feedback. That's the reason why we're putting this name attribute here. So you see it's going to bring out drop down. It's going to show that it's a drop down. Good. Okay, I don't know why I keep forgetting that we need to break things. So let's put a break here. BR. Let's put a break. Let's put another break. Yeah, so this is going to come to another line. Right? So we need to also put an header 3 here to say that you should rate us. You should rate us. So please rather rate our workout schedule. Right? So just right after this comment here, I'm going to put H3 and I'll say please rate the workout schedule. Right? So we have that header 3 telling you to, or asking you to please rate the workout schedule. So we have this drop down. There's nothing there. There's really nothing in the drop down menu, but we have the select, name, feedback, and we go back to, okay, now put option, because you want to be able to pick. So option, and you close this as well. So we say excellent. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. It's supposed to be in the drop down. So I guess I need to look at the code properly. Name, select, option, excellent. Is there a mistake somewhere? That's the thing about coding. You just have to really pay attention. So let me run this again to be sure I'm on track. So I figured out this select is supposed to close and should have the options inside it. Yes, that's the way it should be in order for us to have our code come out appropriately. So we have close, then select. I mean, I didn't even press the S before it just appeared, so I just figured that should be it. So we have this select, and let's see. Good. So we can select either one of it. We can select the text error here. Shouldn't be, it should be this way. Okay, good. Can select fair, bad, and okay, so we're done with this. Now let's work on checkbox. So it'd be really nice to work on checkbox because I really did enjoy working on checkbox. We should work on checkbox. Okay, so let's comment this exclamation, okay, exclamation dash dash. This is the checkbox. Now you're going to see the importance of that name attribute in the checkbox, because for checkbox, you can select multiple options. So let's use an H3 tag saying which area should we improve on, right? So which area should we improve on? Let's run this. Good. Which area should we improve on? And we're going to go for checkbox, don't forget. So we have this input type. We have this input, we have the type, and it's a checkbox, right? And for checkbox, it's not a placeholder, it has to be a value because you need to be able to see, right? So we have aerobics, right? Let's say, so that should be it. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. For starters, sometimes you like self-doubting your code. Okay, I see. It's just supposed to have a value because it did not run. So I think the value should come in, rather the aerobic should come in as a label. Okay, all right. So we're learning. Yeah, so it should be a label. We have this label and it's called aerobics. Aerobics. Okay. Yeah, good. Now let's put a break. Just a simple break would be nice. Would be nice to have. And let's say input, the type, what's the type? What kind of input is it? Is it a radio? Is it a checkbox? Is it a drop down menu where you select instead? So input here should be the checkbox again. It's a checkbox I want. And the label should be cardio. Again, we need to break this just right after the label. So we have input, and we have the type, checkbox, and the label. Close this, and you should have stretching. Then that's what is left again. Yeah, strength. So we have inputs, and we have this should be type, and select strength exercise, strength. Then we have the label should be, what should be the label? Oh, rather, excuse me, this should be checkbox. I think I'm faster than my hand. Checkbox. Then the label should be strength. Okay, all right, so let's run this, and I'm sure we are absolutely on track with HTML. Okay, there ought to be a break here. Break. There ought to be a break. Good. So which area should we improve on? You can select, you can improve on everything, right? And perhaps the users probably have some message they would like to share and they want to type it out for us. So let's do H3, and let's say leave any other message, leave other comments. H3. I think, yeah, perfect. Leave other comment, and we could use inputs like we did earlier, and let's say type, and say text. Let's run this. But this isn't so good, because imagine you're just going to be writing on a straight line, writing. You can't even see things you've written. So I don't think I would love to use this input. But there's another tag we can use called text area. text area, right? Text area. Good. It gives us a text area to use. And we can even give it some attributes like colon. Let's say give me colon 30, right? Give me row 20. Right, let me increase this colon. Give me colon 40. Let's run this. I think this text area is really going to be bigger. It's going to make everything fit good. So you can put everything like this. I wish it could be better. I want good. Absolutely lovely. So we have this text area, and I think we need to put a placeholder, right? We can put a placeholder in between as well. Put a placeholder. It's very important. So you enter your message. Enter your message. Enter your message. Good. This is pretty what HTML is all about. I mean, this is pretty what HTML is about. We've literally written a whole page, and there's some other things I would love for us to touch on HTML. Let's look at how to, put a link. Let's look at image. Very, very important as well. So let's see. For putting a link now, there's a tag called I think it's called anchor tag, right? So we want to put a link, and we need to put a reference. So href, right? So this is where we put the link. Let's just browse something. Let's say okay, look at the things I've actually been checking. Okay, but let's say how to cook rice and beans jollof. That would be nice. Let's see how to cook rice and beans jollof. Okay, this is it. This is okay. This is a site. We want to link to this. So how to cook rice and beans jollof. Copy this link. Copy this. Let's put this in our ref here, so it will link to this. Paste. So in between our anchor tag is going to be the text that this link would show. So we should put how to cook rice and beans jollof, right? How to cook rice and beans jollof. Let me run this. And good. How to cook rice and beans jollof. Click on this. It should take me to the page of how to cook rice and beans jollof. This is it. He actually opened it in this, which I don't think I like. I want it to bounce away to open a new tab entirely. So what I'm going to do is to put an attribute. Put this attribute. It's target. And I want a blank. Just put a blank page. Let me run this now. Great. Did you see that? He opened a new page for it. Good. So just put that so it can go away. So let's talk about image as well. It's very important to learn how to put image. Now for us able to put image in our HTML, we need to put that image in our folder first, so that we can be able to fetch it in our code. So we'll come here on Replit. You click on upload file. I think it's pretty much the same too if you're using Visual Studio. I think I'm just going to try to use Visual Studio. Okay, so let's see. This is a nice image to use. Let's just use this image, and it's here, image, right? So we call up this tag image as well. Is a self-closing tag. It doesn't have a corresponding opening tag. It's a self-closing tag. So we do this space, it says source. So where will we fetch this image from? Searching it from this our folder here. So the exact name, image, right? And another thing I learned during HTML is the fact that it's very important for you to put an alternate text on your image, because perhaps if it happens that the image is broken, at least you would see something like the title or the description of the image. So I'll say, this is my image, this is my image, right? That's how to attach image, or how to put an image in an HTML. Oh, this image is so big. Okay, I think we can do something about this. We can also put a width. We can put a width to make it, to control the size. And let's say 300 pixel. 300 pixel will be good. So we have, let's see. Oh, good. We have 300 pixel. It looks good. So this is pretty much about HTML, and I think I want to give us something to do. I also want to do a task, and I've done it before. I'm just going to show you, and we're going to redo it. So let's see this. I want to go to my other folders and show you this. Now I want you to create a table, right? Just create a table, countries in West Africa. Okay, I did countries in West Africa with star logo, right? You could do countries in West Africa, or countries in Africa, or countries in North Africa. I just decided to use star logo because while I was looking for what to put in my table, I decided to just check out countries in West Africa, and I saw that there were a lot of countries that had stars in their logo, and I was like, okay, why don't I just do countries in West Africa with star logo? I want you to do a table where you put image and you put texts and all of this. I think any table where you can combine. So what I'm just going to do is, I already did this here, and I think I'm just going to show you how to do this, because I think it's pretty the same thing we've been doing from the beginning, because just once you understand the process, then you can be able to come up with your own codes and your own web page. So what I'm just going to do is I'll just delete this and redo it. And okay, so I think so we're doing countries in West Africa with star in their logo. I already uploaded their images here. You can see Cameroon flag, Ghana flag, Togo flag. Yeah, and this is my own image, which I had on this Replit. So don't forget HTML syntax. The very first thing is your opening HTML, close it, get a corresponding closing tag. In it you have the head, you close it, you have a corresponding head. In your head you have the title. Let's say title, right? What are we naming this? Let's say table assignment, right? And we have, after the head we have the body, right? body, body. Good. So we're doing table, so let's give this h1 period, because that's the only thing we're going to do here. And let's say countries in West Africa with star in its logo. You can run this and you see the H1 is going to show countries in West Africa with star in logo. Okay, now let's do our table. It's in between the body. Everything has to be in between the body, right? In between the body. So we have the table, close this, tells the system we're working on table. Then we have the table head, close this, right? In between the table head, we have the data that goes in the table head, which is called TH, right? So we have countries first, countries, right? Then another table head information should be after countries. We have, let's say, their flag. Yeah, we have the flag, then we have their capital, right? Table head, close this, then we have their capital. This should be country, not countries, country. So let's see. Okay, country, flag, capital. Good. So we want to have the data in the table row. So we have TR, then we have the table data that is going to be in the row. So country, we have for TD, let's start with Cameroon, another table data. Yeah, remember it's the flag, and we are doing what we are bringing in an image of the flag. So we have IMG, and IMG, that's image, is a self-closing tag. You have the source to be Cameroon flag. So we put here, the moment you're trying to type it, that document or that comes up, so you select it. Then you have alternative text. So perhaps the image is broken. So the alternative text here is going to be, this is Cameroon flag. This is Cameroon flag, right? Another TD here, table data, right? Should be the capital, and which is Yaoundé. Yeah. Okay, Yaoundé. All right, let's run this so we see we're on track. On track with this code. Good. Let's just have it in a table format so it can make more sense. Don't forget to come here and put a border. Let's say 4. Say 4. Good. It's wrapped up nicely. So let's work on another table row. TR. And let's work on the table data in it. And what's the table data here? It's going to be Ghana. Then table data TD, we have the image. Self-closing, don't always forget, it closes itself. So we have the source, Ghana flag. I have the alt text. What do we have in the alt text? This is Ghana flag. So this is Ghana flag. Okay, we have another TD. This TD here, we're talking of the capital of Ghana, which is Accra. So we let's close that table row. god, let's open a new table row. TR, close this. Then we have data, TD, and we have the country should be Liberia. It's funny how Liberia has like a flag similar to that of the United States. I don't know why. Maybe you can tell me in the comment section. So we have Liberia, and we have TD again, table data. Then we have image, since it's an image you're putting in. Yeah. We have the source. Source is Liberia flag. It's here. So put an alternative. Then let's call this is Liberia flag. This is Liberia flag. Okay. Then TD as well. We have the capital. This is Liberia flag. I don't know. Okay. Let me see. Okay, we have to work on the capital. TD. We have capital of Liberia is Monrovia. Sounds really like a nice country. I know the capital is, I'm sure it's a nice place though. So okay, let's do another TD. Sorry, let's do another row. We're done with that table row. So another TR table row. Inside that table row, we have a table data. It's similar to list. Similar to list. It's the same thing. So we have the table data here, and we have the country here is Togo. And TD. We have image. We're bringing the image of Togo. Image img. So we have the source. We have Togo flag. The alternative text here is this is Togo flag. This is Togo flag. Togo flag. This is good. Then we go to the last, another list information on the row, which is going to be the capital of Togo, which is Lomé. Yeah, it's really nice French speaking place. I would love to travel Africa. So let's see. This has come out nicely. And don't forget, you can decide to put attributes like the width, in the image to have a uniform, however you choose. But this is it. I would love for you to do a replica of something like that you've learned that you can combine from this tutorial, and you can always tag me. I'll drop my social. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm quite, a little bit, have a presence. I have a little bit of presence there if you're on LinkedIn, and I think Twitter as well. You can always tag me so we can learn, we can be buddies as well. So this is where I come to the end of HTML. I hope my lesson, or rather my, I hope this training has been able to maybe help you to have an understanding of HTML. We're going to dive into CSS right after this HTML. I would show you some of my learnings in CSS because, of course, I've been able to lay my hands on CSS, and I think I'm going to be able to help you to dissect CSS just like ABC. It's going to be easy for you to understand because it's not so hard. So we're going to go into CSS, and we're going to have a full lengthy video as well on CSS. So for now, this is where I draw the cutting, on HTML. And I say thank you for watching. Please recommend this video to your friends, to people that you know that, oh, they're trying to get into computer programming and they need a place to start. Maybe they probably have some background theoretical information, because I think that's one of the foundation. All right then, thank you so much.